These future horses better appreciate this. I did not think it was going to be this bad when I got this trailer. All right, guys, we're just going to hop on into it. We're back on the trailer build. We're going to try to get that center section cut out and swapped out. Let's get at it. Welcome back to the channel. All right, so like I said, we're going to cut this center section out right here because it's got holes in it and it just needs to all be replaced. Over here on this side, you can actually see right here where whenever I put in a new piece of angle iron right here, I actually wasn't paying attention and I slid it too far towards the back instead of buttoning it up flush. So I got a gap right there. I was going to leave this piece of angle iron in, but because of all that and I want that structural support back in there, we're going to go ahead and cut everything out of it, including this piece. And over here on this side, we'll just take and cut it back whatever we need to. And whenever we put our new piece of channel in here in angle iron, we'll just kind of set this whole section back just a little bit. Because as you can see, we got plenty of room to go back. So we'll just slide everything back some. But let's start off trying to clean up some of this rusty metal a little bit. And then we'll get the plasma cutter, just cut it on out, make it easy, make quick work of it. May even need to get the torch out. Alright, we're on the other side of it now, and as you can see, after I cleaned it up, that made everything a lot worse. So there's the other side, the holes. This side over here ain't too awful bad, but this side over here definitely needs some attention. So when we cut this whole center section out, we'll probably come back this way some. Originally it had this channel right here running all the way down the length of it, and that was for all the wiring. But seems how we're not doing that, we're actually going to wire it up a little bit different. Most of the wiring will run up through the top of it. All right, let's go ahead and grab the torch. Go. All right, so I got this section cut out and cleaned up. This is the side, like I said, that's got this big gap in it. So what I've done is I've cut out this piece of angle. It's 2x2 angle iron, and it's about 16 inches long. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna set it up there, and I'm gonna overlap it on both sides just to span this extra gap. Because if you take and just weld in this little section right here, there's not going to be a lot of strength to it. So I'm going to stick it over top of some good metal and decent metal just to kind of give it that strength for whenever the weight's on it. So we'll just kind of tack everything in right now. We'll put our center support in, get that where it needs to be at, get everything tacked in, and then fully weld everything together. All right, got everything tacked in. This side I had to do some cutting and modifications to make everything work, just because this side was actually kind of put in the right way instead of having a big space on the other side. So I kind of had to work around some things, but it'll be good enough. For the most part, all the stuff is getting covered up with the wood anyway, so it'll be all right. This section spans about 5 foot, so we're actually going to cut it about 5 1/4, just for the fact of our doors up here are starting to fit a little snug after doing everything on the back half. So we'll push that bottom out just a little bit and hopefully bring everything out just a smidgen. Let's go get it cut out.
A few moments later. 1 hour later. 2,000 years later.
That was a tough cut. Alright, got that in there. Our doors actually come closed without hitting anymore, which is good. So we're mostly good on all that, but we are definitely probably 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, something like that, too long with this center support. We'll have to just cut the bottom of that so that way we can slide it back, so that way this will sit on here. All right, so we got our angle iron cut. Now all we got to do is just put it in, tack that in, double check all our fitment, and then weld it all in. All right, so we got our angle sitting in here, and right now we have a good sized lip right there. It's probably a good 1/4 inch, and we really don't want that, because even that little bit, horse or somebody can walk and that little bit can trip them up. So we kind of want all this flush. So to do that, so this is 2x2 angle, and this section right here is about 1.5 inches. So what we're going to do is we're going to come off of here the 1 3/4 that this is right here, and we're going to cut this way. Then we're going to come right here and cut to where we have 1 3/4 inches to match this over here, and then we're going to cut along this way, and then we will just cut that box out, and we'll do that on both sides. And what we're doing is this part over here will still lay on top of this piece of angle iron to give it a little bit of strength, and then we'll just weld it all together, and then that'll take care of our gap right here. So we're going to do that on both sides of this. We'll do it on this other piece as well to get everything nice and flush. as she fits. Oh yeah, that's gonna be perfect. Just a smidge of some trimming. Hey, there we go. All right, it's not 100% flush right here, but we can pick up on it just a smidgen, get it flush, tack it, and then work our way out. But this side right here is perfect. All right guys, we got it all tacked in. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. It's getting a little late. Tomorrow we'll come back. We'll get that thing fully welded in. See you in a minute. All right, it's another day. It's actually been about a week since I've tacked all this in here. So I've kind of put it off long enough. So let's go ahead and get this finished welded up and we'll wrap up this video. All right, got everything all welded up. And actually that was a pretty good test for the ground cable that we replaced. That was a whole lot of consistent welding, and that ground cable is not even a little bit hot. With the other cable, that thing would have been smoking. So that's definitely a win for the ground cable. But other than that, she ain't going nowhere. I'm sorry there's been a slow going progress with the trailer, but I'm very limited on my time, so I can only get a little bit done every single week. So, but I do thank y'all for coming back every single week and checking out the progress on it. We are getting closer and closer to paint prep. The only other real fabrication stuff we have to do other than installing the fenders is, which I forgot about, is the divider in the front half of the trailer. We don't necessarily plan on hauling 4 horses, but I want to have it available if we ever do, because I kind of want to turn that front section into a kind of a storage area. So I really do believe that is it for all the fabrication work, and we can actually start getting this thing ready for some sandblasting. I had bought a sandblast kit to try to do it myself, and the little bit of testing that I did with it, it's not working out too well. So I'm debating on maybe sending it somewhere to get sandblasted, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to try to tackle it myself or just bite the bullet and just sand it with a sander. It'd be a lot more work, but I don't know. Let me know what you think. But anyways, that's it for this one. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment down below. As always, we'll see you in the next one.